The Lord is calling you to sacrifice that thing. On this walk with the Lord, there are many things that you will have to sacrifice. And there can be many reasons on why. But the main thing that the Lord will be testing at that time is your trust and your faith and your belief within Him. So no, I'm sorry. This ain't a Isaac and Abraham type of situation. You gotta get that thing up out of here. I want to testify really quickly, okay? So there was this specific hobby that I used to have when I was a kid, okay? All the way when I was in middle school. And I spent a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money on this specific hobby. But as I came to the Lord, this began to distract me. And at the times that it wasn't distract me, it was not fruitful. Nothing about this hobby had purpose. But due to me having such a long reputation with this thing, I didn't want to let it go. And due to me as well, liking the hobby, I did not want to let it go. So this thing meant a lot to me. So y'all, I remember being in prayer and the Lord, He placed it upon my spirit to delete it and to get rid of this hobby. And y'all, literally when the Lord spoke this, my heart crushed. When I mean straight tears, y'all. Like I'm over there. I'm like, and then I got tears falling out of my eyes. And y'all, I'm at the point to like, Lord, I want all of you. I want what you have in store for me. So I'm like, okay, y'all, so I'm getting to the hobby. Then I'm going towards the delete. But I see deactivate. And y'all, this is a new feature. Before it was like delete and it's done. And y'all, if the Lord is telling y'all to do something, do it. Because the more you sit on it, the more you just gonna compromise, y'all. So I end up compromising. Again, I'm thinking this like a Isaac and Abraham type of situation. Like, Lord, you just wanted to see my willingness. You ain't want me to do it for real. So I'm going on about my day, right? I'm on YouTube listening to one of the preachers that I listen to, Isaiah Al-Salvador. Forgive me if I said it wrong. And he's speaking about his testimony and about how he sacrificed, right? All the things that he was interested just to pursue the Lord. And I'm not getting too much conviction because I'm like, well, shoot, me too. Like, yeah, we all sacrifice, which I did. But he's getting deep into it. He's like, speaking about the habits, speaking about the things that used to entertain him, how he just threw it all out when he had that encounter with the Lord. And again, I'm not thinking too much about it, but I agree, of course. So y'all, I'm thinking everything all good and stuff. I come to prayer with the Lord and the Lord checked me. He told me get rid of distractions. And y'all, at that time, I wasn't distracted, so I did not know what the Lord was talking about. I'm like, Lord, what you mean? And He said it plain as day, y'all, get rid of the distraction. And Holy Spirit brought it back up to my remembrance how the Lord said, delete it. And I deactivated it. So it was right at that moment to where all the signs, everything that was being said to me that day, it all just clicked that this is what the Lord genuinely wanted. This is what He was calling me to do. So now this is back on the table, y'all. I am hurting because all the memories, everything, the time spent, it's just hidden right now. But anyways, I end up doing it and I'm crying so hard, but then I'm trying to explain myself to the Lord. I'm like, Lord, it hurt because, all the time, and I'm just explaining to the Lord why. And the Lord was letting me know that He's pleased with this sacrifice. And that just reassured me. And before I finish, I know a lot of people may think that the Lord is going to also condemn you when you do decide to sacrifice certain things, but He's not. The Lord understands what that person, what that thing, right? What that place, what these people, what they meant to you. Just like how David's son ended up dying, the Lord understood that David was grieving because that was his son. He understood that his son meant a lot unto him. So He didn't condemn David because he was sad, but the people came after David and was checking him because he wasn't sad in such a way like, oh man, my son, but he could not see that his son was after him, right? To destroy him, to destroy his purpose, to destroy his people. So the Lord does understand your tears. And even if Abraham were to sacrifice Isaac, you think the Lord would have been condemning him? Like, why are you crying? No, he understands that this is your son. This is something that you hold dear to you. This is something with meaning, but that's what makes it a good sacrifice. Let me tell y'all what Holy Spirit told me, right, while I was going on my run. So I'm on my run, right? And then the sacrifice just popped back up inside of my head. And the more I'm thinking about it, the more memories I'm thinking about that I lost with getting rid of this thing. And I'm like, oh, man, God. And I was saying that inside of a way like it hurts. Not like, oh, God. And Holy Spirit was letting me know that's how you know that you gave a good sacrifice. And I rejoice so heavily inside of that because we want to give God the best of our best, for real. I know I'm imperfect, but I still want to please God. And so at times when we're giving something, right, or when we're letting go of something, we think that, oh man, we shouldn't let go of it because of the, emotions that it caused, because its meaning is great. And the Lord would never tell us to let go of something that means so much to us. But no, child of God, the Lord would, because this is what makes your sacrifice a pleasing and an acceptable sacrifice unto the Lord. Think about Cain and Abel. Cain gave God the bare minimum. Abel gave God all. And who was God pleased with? Abel. But who was affected because they gave God the bare minimum? Cain. So understand, you giving God your bare minimum, this ain't affecting nobody but you. Because the God that we serve, he's still a good God. And guess what? He's still going to get those good and pleasing sacrifices from his other servants if he don't receive that from you. But the Lord is needing you to give that thing unto him. And I want to tell you guys one more thing that the Lord had let me know concerning this sacrifice. Remember how I said I was confused because there was no distractions around me. I wasn't currently distracted. But what the Lord blessed me to know is that he's seen ahead of me. Even though presently this thing wasn't an issue, it was going to be. So, child of God, even though you're looking at this thing, oh man, it's harmless, just as David looked at his son. Oh man, he's harmless because he's my son. The Lord sees up ahead. Remember, we serve a God of the beginning and the end. He knows the beginning and he knows the end. So if he's calling you to sacrifice something or to get rid of something, you need to do it. Because the Lord sees the chaos. He sees the delay, right? He sees the lack. Right? He sees all these things that this thing is going to bring within your life. He sees what you cannot see. So trust God. It may hurt y'all. Like I said, even to right now, y'all, I'm thinking about it and I'm just like, it's getting less heavier upon me. But it is something that meant a lot unto me. But do you trust in the Lord? Do you trust that whatever the Lord is calling you to sacrifice, that this is with meaning? Do you trust what his word said? For he knows the thoughts that he thinks towards us, and it is of good and not of evil. And remember, the Lord can be calling you to sacrifice something for many different reasons. And remember, this can be for many reasons. So sometimes, yes, the Lord is testing your heart, right? Yes, the Lord is trying to see whether if you are willing. But at times, the Lord can be calling you to sacrifice, right? To see whether if you trust him, right? To see rather if this thing, if you idolize it or not. Because a lot of people, they don't give up certain things because they want that more than they want God. He may be calling you to put that thing to death because this is something that's going to destroy you up ahead. There's many reasons for sacrificing. But I don't care whatever it is, child of God, you got to go up on that mountain with that knife in expectation like, okay, if the Lord has me to sacrifice this, I'm going to sacrifice this. But if the Lord does not have me to sacrifice this, I'm okay with that. And no, this does not mean talk yourself through it. This does not mean, okay, I'm going to just go up there and yada yada. The more that you sit still, trust me, the more the enemy going to be whispering compromise, compromise, compromise. But you have to have a willing heart and a willing mind. That even though this thing is hitting home, that even though you got tears in your eyes, not running down your nose, that even though you crying like a baby, you're going to go up to that mountain and you're going to sacrifice that thing for the Lord. And y'all, this was going to be based on how Solomon built the temple, right? And built the house for the Lord. and how he built the house with the best of the best that he had. So he gave the Lord the best of what he had. So include that as well. But whatever the Lord is calling you to sacrifice, do it. Bye. Love you.